Hello everyone, welcome to Next Gen Network Engineers. Let's get started. In this video, I'm going to explain some of the network components which we use in enterprise or in data centers. Okay, let's see. Before going to that, let me explain what is a network again. Okay, a network is simply something that connects things together. Let's say you have a camera or smartphone or a desktop. Okay, you want to share some photos to your desktop from your smartphone or from your camera to somewhere else. Okay, you might have entertainment systems, or you may have laptop, or you may have your camera, IP camera like CCTV camera, or you may have a printer which you'll try to print something from this desktop to this printer, and you may have wireless devices or wired devices, and a NAS, network attached storage. Okay, and will connect to internet. Okay, so this is what a network. Okay, so if you connect two or more devices for some purpose, the purpose is to share some data. The data is like from a camera, it could be an image. Okay, or if it's a video camera like a webcam, it could be a video live streaming. Okay, from this entertainment systems, it could be audio. Okay, and and in wired devices it will go via wire. Okay, and in wireless devices it goes in wireless signals. Okay, and how do I get connected to this network? Okay, so what will be over here? Okay, so at this point, okay, how do I connect? Okay, to connect we need something. Okay, we need a network interface card. Okay, we'll call NIC card, or like network interface card. You can simply call this NIC. Okay, why? Because the C means itself card, but generally everyone used to call NIC card or something like that. But generally it's NIC, network interface card. Okay, so in your desktop or laptop, okay, you may see interface like this. Okay, this interface is what? Ethernet interface. Okay, and this is for a desktop. Okay, you can connect in laptop or in some other desktops. It will come as a inbuilt one with your motherboard. Okay, so this is also a type of NIC, okay, which will have four ports. Okay, you can connect one port for management, one port for backup, one port for production, okay, and one port for like so this is for internal production and this is for external production, and something like that you can use. Got it? And what is endpoint? Okay, so endpoints or hosts, okay, are the end devices. End devices in the sense it could be a PC, okay, personal computer, or a laptop, okay, or a tablet, phone, okay, smartphone, okay, or anything where your data terminates. Okay, terminates in the sense like that is the endpoint. Okay, like a data is starting from some point and it will end in my desktop. Okay, my desktop will not forward to somewhere else. Fine, and my smartphone will not forward to somewhere else. Okay, if you are enabling hotspot and doing something else is something other than. Okay, by default, so these machines, these desktops or smartphones, laptops, okay, servers, printers, camera, wherever that's the end of your network. Okay, that's why they are called as endpoints. Okay, or we'll call them as hosts. Okay, then what is a server? Okay, you say server is also an endpoint. Yes, server is also an endpoint. Then how that server looks like? You see, so this represents a server. Okay, this represents a server. Okay, so what is a server then? Okay, like is that something different, or like do I have to buy or invest a lot of money, or like is it possible for me to see a server in my lifetime? Yes. Okay, so the only difference is, let's say this is a desktop, okay, or this is a laptop. Okay, you have Windows 10 installed. Windows 10 installed. Okay, this is a client operating system. Windows 10 is a client operating system. We have Windows 2019 server operating system. Windows 19 server. Okay, or Windows 12 server is there. Windows 8 is there. Okay, so all these operating systems are server operating systems. Okay, then you may get a question like, do we have only Windows? No, we have Linux, we have Red Hat Enterprise Linux, or CentOS. Okay, you can install any of this operating system in the same desktop. Okay, the same desktop which has like 4 GB or 8 GB RAM and like normal i5 processor or something. Okay, you can install this same um, in the same desktop. You can install a Linux server operating system or a Windows server operating system. Then the desktop, which was a client before, okay, will now become a server. Okay, so what is the purpose of a server? Okay, a server can be a web server, okay, or a database server, a DNS server, DHCP server, proxy server. It could be anything. Okay, so it depends on the data, which you are sharing. Fine. So generally, your client will process only your data. Right. So whatever you are trying to browse or whatever you need, whatever you are opening, okay, it will process only less amount of data. That's what clients. Okay, but you think of server. Okay, so server has to handle like tons and tons of data. Okay, a large amount of data. Okay, so to process those large amount of data, is that two core processor is enough or eight core processor is enough? Okay, so we need like some 12 core, 20 core, 24 core, lot of cores, like as much as you have. Okay, and then what about the RAM? Okay, is 8 GB RAM enough? Okay, so you need lots and lots of RAM. Okay, like 32 GB, 64 GB, 128, 256. Even sometimes servers can handle up to 1 TB, 2 TB of RAM size. Okay, depends on the hardware which you purchase. Okay, so that's what a server. Okay, so you can make this if you install a Windows Server operating system or Linux Server operating system in your desktop or laptop, that will be acting as a server, but it will not be capable of processing a large amount of data. Okay, if you want to process large amount of data, let's say your company has thousands of users. Okay, you want to run some internal web page. Okay, so for that you need a web server. Okay, maybe you can handle with this, small resource. But let's say your company has a website which is, like Amazon or Flipkart or Google or whatever. Okay, so where multiple users, like millions of users, will hit the server. Okay, then you need a high-end server. Okay, high-end server. Okay, what is those high-end servers? These are some of the examples. Okay, so there are a lot of companies. We have HP, we have Dell, we have a lot of other vendors. Okay, selling server, hardwares. Okay, so this is for some of the examples. Okay, so this is a Dell rack server. Okay, you can place this server in a rack. Okay, so what is the capacity? A lot of models are there. PowerEdge has like 820 or 820 or 640, 620. Lot of models are there. Based on the models, it will support like up to 1.5 TB of RAM or like 15 TB of hard disk and a lot of other things. Okay, so you can go and surf for like a Dell PowerEdge, okay, or HP ProLiant. Okay, and a lot of things. So this is a HP blade server. Okay, you can install multiple blades. So these are each and everything is a blade. Okay, and this is rack. This is a one rack server, and this is two rack unit. So okay, this is one unit. This is two unit rack server. Okay, and three units. So depends on your requirement. The size will increase and the hardware capabilities will increase. Okay, and generally this will be costly. You have to place this in a proper data center, like where you need a HVAC systems, heat, like air conditioning systems properly. It should be running 24/7, and you have to take care of the moisture, all those stuffs. Okay, so this is a rack server and this is a blade server. Okay, so you can take out a blade and install a blade. So each and every blades will have different stuffs. Like it can have processor, it can have RAM units or hard disk units. Okay, and things differs, okay, based on servers. So this is what a server. Okay, you can install any operating system. You can install Unix operating system, Linux or Windows. Okay, and you can play around. You can install a ESXi server, ESXi operating system, and you can create multiple virtual machines in that. Okay, and then one of the most widely used hardware in network is switch. Okay, so what is the use of switch? Okay, switch is a device which connects multiple endpoints together. Okay, let's say I have a PCA. over here. Okay, I have another PCB over here. I have another PCC over here. Okay, A, B, and C. Okay, if I want to make the A, B, and C communicate together, okay, I need a switch. Fine. Let's say if you have just two PC like this, and if you directly connect it, it'll work. Okay, if you have one more PC, okay, you have to find another interface, okay, to connect that PC. Let's say, okay, I'm adding another NIC to this machine and I'm connecting over here. But if I want to connect this to this, okay, I need another NIC. Okay, if I have one more, okay, I need one more NIC. Okay, so instead what I can do is I can connect that to, let me delete this and I'll connect this over here. Okay, I'll connect this to one of the ports like this. Connect it to like this. Okay, let me delete this one. Right. Yep. Okay. So all these PCs will be able to communicate now. Okay, so this is what called a LAN. Okay, so one switch, okay, will bring you inside a local area network. Okay, so depends on your requirement, you can buy switches. Okay, this is a Cisco Catalyst 2960 switch. Okay, and this has 24 port switch. You see, it port number starts from 0 to 23. Okay, and sometimes like it will start from 1 to 24. Okay, based on the device. Okay, you see from port number 1 to 24 over here. Okay, and if you have, a lot of devices, you can buy 24 port switch or 48 port switch, like that, based on your requirement. If you have very less amount of device, you can use 16 port switch or 8 port switch. Okay, there are a lot of vendors, not only Cisco. Okay, we have Juniper. Okay, and we have Dell switches are there, HP switches are there, and a lot of other vendors are there. Okay, Cisco is one of the major vendor, so since they're building products since a lot of years. We have Arista and a lot of other vendors. Okay, and okay, so I have multiple machines, multiple desktops, laptops, and camera, printer, everything. I connected everything to a switch. Okay, so they will start communicating themselves. Okay, so what if I need to communicate outside my LAN? Okay, I need to go to a router. Okay, so if I need to go to internet, let's say internet is over here. Okay, and I need to communicate to this internet. Okay, what do I need? I need a device called router. Okay, then how does that router looks like? You see, this is what a router. Okay, so this is a sample device. You can just go on Google for any Cisco routers or any other routers. Okay, so you can find some image based on your requirement. You have to choose the hardware. Let's say like your iPhone or Android phone or Samsung or some other mobile phones will not be similar in design or usage, right? Okay, so based on your requirement, you'll procure hardwares. Okay, likewise, what is your company size? Okay, what is the data it's going to process? Okay, um, and what is the throughput you require? Okay, based on all those things, you have to choose the hardware. Okay, so this is a router. Okay, comparably, when compared to switch, your router will have less amount of ports. Why? Because you'll connect one switch over here. Okay, it will have 24 or 48 ports. Okay, from that switch you can connect another switch. Okay, which will have another 48 ports. So if your company has 100 employees, you can pretty much cover in 2 3 switches like this. Okay, but there is a different switching topology. Enterprise, follows, but just for a sake. Okay, you can connect like this, or you can connect one more switch like this, and you can have, an enterprise of 500 employee or like 400 employee make work. Okay, so if you want redundancy, you can have one more switch, okay, like over here, and you can connect to this port. Okay, or you can have, if you want the same, redundancy between the same device, you can connect the one more port over here. Okay, and if that port could be a switch port, you can make a port channel and bring up redundancy. Okay, so these are all the topics which we'll discuss, okay, later. And so you see, you'll have very less amount of port density. Okay, so the port can operate in 10 Mbps or 100 Mbps or 1 Gbps. Like in modern devices supports like 10 Gbps, 40 GB, 40 gig, 25 gig, and even 100 gig interfaces are available. Okay, so based on your requirement, in a small office, okay, or home office, max 10 gig is enough for us. Okay, but for some data centers, okay, for for enterprise where huge amount of data flows, okay, you might need these interfaces. Okay, and you'll have console port. Okay, every device, even switches, will have consoles to take physical connectivity by connecting to it to a USB console or serial console, whatever. And you'll have aux port. Okay, and you'll have management port for management connectivity, and USB in case of any requirement. You can use compact flash or USB ports. Okay, so this is how a router will be. Okay, and what else you'll have in your infra? Okay, so you got some PC, okay, which are connected to a switch. Okay, my switch got connected to a router, and my internet is here. Okay, so how do you provide me security? Okay, so my employees has to connect only these things. Okay, or they should not surf Facebook, they should not go to like some other Naukri sites, or some other job sites. Okay, other than other than what the company requirements. Let's say you're working for a bank, that should be highly secure. You shouldn't go out of the bank network. Okay, so what do you need? Okay, so you need a firewall. Fine, so you need a firewall device. Okay, this is a firewall. Okay, so there are a lot of firewalls are there. Okay, Cisco ASA firewall is there. We have Checkpoint firewalls. We have Fortinet. We have Palo Alto. Okay, a lot of other vendors are also there. Okay, so depends on your you have to learn Cisco ASA firewall how to configure, and you have to learn Checkpoint firewall. That will be something different. Okay, and you have to learn Fortinet. Okay, the Fortinet CLI or GUI itself something different. Okay, but the concept behind all these things will be same. Like whatever you want to allow, you have to allow what source. Okay, what destination. Okay, what port you want to allow. Okay, and what protocol. Okay, so these are the things you're gonna allow or deny. Okay, so that's what the requirement. So you have PCs now. Okay, and those are connected to a switch is connected to a router will get connected to a firewall. Okay, so this firewall will take the decision whether like what your company internet. Okay, so what your company wants to send out. Okay, and what traffic has to enter inside your company. All these things will be taken care by the firewall. Okay, so router will take care of routing between multiple networks. Let's say you have another switch and you have one more LAN over here. Okay, router will take care of routing between two different LANs. Got it? So hope you would have got a lot of information about the components. Okay, we have endpoints. Okay, we have something called servers. Okay, and we have switch, we have routers, we have firewalls, and a lot of other network devices are there. Okay, I'll come up with some other interesting topics. Okay, in upcoming videos. Hope you would have got things. If you have any doubts related to this, you can post in the comments. Okay, thank you. Please do subscribe this channel by pressing the subscribe button below and enable notifications by pressing the bell button next to that, so that you'll get notified with my new videos. Okay, I plan to post a lot of technical videos related to networks, Windows, Linux, and other automation related topics. Okay, don't miss it. If you are a beginner, please watch the videos continuously to gain lots and lots of information about networks. Okay, thank you. I'll catch you later with a new interesting video on networks. Bye bye.